Welcome back. And in this short video, I'm going to teach you how to cure anxiety for good. So, I'm just going to read my note that will basically break this all down for you. So, step one, get out of feeling anxious by exercise and releasing the tension that's in your body. This is a technique you can use for the short term, okay? However, for the long term, what you want to do is go into discovering how to get rid of having the anxiety and the fear in the first place. So this means you let the panic ensue and build until it literally cannot get any bigger. So in your mind, you think about it and think about it and think about it till you're just like literally just riddled with fear, riddled with anxiety in that moment, right? Then once it's at its peak, you witness it all throughout this process, as in your mind's eye is just witnessing what is happening to every part of your physiology while you're thinking about this thing that is bringing you anxiety. Okay, keep watching it. Its hold of you will stop. It will dissolve into nothingness. It will lose its punch. You will know that it is at its height and it cannot do anything else to you. So you're still alive and you're able to become comfortable, and it completely loses all of its impact, completely all of it. Now, this is all about presence, being mindful by watching yourself. So it is your mind's way, it is your mind's looking away process. So by trying to reject this anxiety, trying to look away from this anxiety, when the panic comes in and trying to focus on something else to make it go away. But the only way to truly make it go away is to give it 100% of your focus, and it will lose its power over you by your ability to rationalize and understand it. So think about it like this. Let's just say you are walking down a dark alley at night, midnight, and you see a a group of people in hoods like me right now, but it's pitch black, you can't see their faces, and there's 6 of them, right? And then you're walking down this alley alone. Maybe you're a girl, maybe you're a guy, maybe you're a young boy, whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? Maybe you're a big motherfucker, but like you're still afraid of the situation. And they're like laughing. You can hear them laughing in the background, like sniggering, like making a little bit of plans to do something or whatever, right? So you're walking. Boom. Imagine that. So you're feeling very anxious in this moment. You're thinking, oh, they're going to jump me. Maybe they're going to stab me. Maybe they're going to shoot me. Maybe they're going to steal my stuff. Maybe they're going to like follow me home or do something incredibly egregious to me, right? And so this is the anxiety that I'm talking about. This is the part where most people stop and they just try and like, oh, look away, oh, just look on the floor, let me look around, oh, let me just look at the time, let me turn around, let me look at my phone, pretend I'm looking at my phone, or just like run this way, etc. Right? That's your mind trying to run away from this situation, right? Now, in this situation, you keep walking, or they get closer. It turns out actually they're nuns coming back from midnight mass, and they got their, not hoods, but they've got their like head scarves on, and they're all black. They've got a little white collar, whatever. They're all holding the Bible, all holding the cross, and then they're just like chattering about what their plans are for tomorrow, for example, and how they're going to help that next person, right? The closer you get to that situation, that these like group of 5-6 people, for example, you realize, oh, they were nuns. They're talking about they've just come back from church, so they're going through this alley to get to their accommodation, whatever, right? You getting close to that situation, like now, understanding what's happened now. So you've gone from peak fear, you're about to get killed, you're about to get stabbed, to, oh, it's nuns. They're just literally trying to get home as well. Like this is the alleyway that everyone uses. It's a public footpath. And now they're just trying to get home like I am, right? So by you just staying in that situation, you've seen your anxiety go from here to rationalizing and understanding that they're nuns. And now you're just like, oh, right, I didn't need to do all that. I feel a bit stupid now, right? This is the same thing, like the same analogy for what I've just explained. Like if you let the anxiety continue to fester in your mind, you can have these thoughts like, oh, all these different bad things are going to happen, right? Until you get present, until you get grounded deep in the present moment, you will constantly have these thoughts. But when you then see the life for what it actually is, it's just people. Even if it wasn't nuns, even if it was like a group of even if it was a gang, right? While you being present, you'll be in a better situation to react. And if you needed to get out of there, get out of there. Or if they were just gonna like walk past you anyway, then you could have just done that, right? You didn't have to manifest this entirely fake like situation in your mind and then act on it. And then now you've like skyrocketed your anxiety. Instead, just be present. How do you become present? You one, practice it. There's books you can read on the matter, like one of the most famous ones is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Fantastic one. Read that multiple times a year. The more you practice it, the better you become at it. And then what you'll find actually is the better you become at being present, you actually get into less situations where anxiety would induce in you, because you just know that you can control your mind and you're not going to let it get to that point where the anxiety is so high. Like if you get like one little thought, like, oh, that could be a gang, your mind can literally like zoom in on that thought and you're like, oh, that's an anxiety thought. Oh, right. Maybe I should just like keep it moving anyway, because it may not be a gang, whatever. Let me just, like, that thought will almost evaporate and you're just like, whatever, I'm back in the present. I'm walking, like the wind, I can feel the wind. Oh, I can hear this song playing in the background or birds chirping or whatever. That's where you want to get to. Have no thoughts running in your mind. By having no thoughts running in your mind, you become more powerful because you're not letting your untrained mind run amok, run wild with chaotic thoughts that make you anxious. So that, ladies and gentlemen, in 6 minutes and 45 seconds is how to cure anxiety for good.